Hi, I'm Tami Utley. Today we're going to be doing a smocking cake. Smocking is something they do in sewing, and a lot of cake decorators do it. It's more prevalent in Europe, but it's very time consuming. But we're going to actually do the same smocking, but we're actually going to cover the entire cake, so it'll be a lot quicker. It's not going to be as dainty and delicate, but will still give the same effect. And it's going to be an Easter egg cake. I got a little egg cake here. Obviously, you can do this for anything. I've seen it done with hearts, a heart-shaped cake, very beautiful. Use it for Valentine's Day or, engagement cake. It's just it's very feminine. So any kind of occasion where you want to have a nice, simple cake, but very shocking, very striking looking. So we're going to do smocking today. So what we need is we're going to cover our cake in fondant. I've got some nice, I'm just going to use a very pale yellow because I'm going to do a yellow egg. I have a cake here that I have chilled. It's an egg-shaped pan. I've got a ton of these shaped pans, and I know a lot of other people do too and want different ideas on using them. So here I have an egg-shaped pan, so if you've got one, use it. If not, it's really easy to take if you have an oval shape or if you have circles, really large circles, you can certainly trim the cake down into an egg. Very simple to make a template and then cut it. It does not have to be contoured like this. You can have just like an oval egg shape, just lay a pattern on top and cut it, and then just trim the corners so that they're smooth. It doesn't have to be, completely rounded like this one is. The smocking technique will work on pretty much any shape, will work on any shape that I know of, okay? The other things we're going to use, we're going to do a nice little frill around the cake. So I have a Frill Cutter. Smocking, they actually have special smocking tweezers. I think they're plastic. I'm sure they work really well, but I don't own any. So I'm just going to be using regular tweezers. Okay, rolling pin. Because smocking is a fabric technique, I'm going to go ahead and do my fabric flowers on it. So to do that, I have some button molds because that's what I like to use for centers for my fabric flowers. I have some super pearl. I have the pearl spray. I'll probably use the pearl spray. I have the cutters that I normally use. It's just graduated circle cutters. Okay, and then same with the square cutters. I also use a ribbon cutter. It'll be a lot smaller than this. I'm going to do some little ribbon roses. And then I've got my clay gun for doing some of the greenery. I have, for when they do smocking, the way they traditionally did it is they used toothpicks, which it was really small, and you had to, get the ridges in the fondant and get it close together, and then you pinched it to make the smocking. Now they have ribbed rolling pins. They have what are called smocking pins. I think PME makes one, and they're big and they're beautiful, but we want a really wide rib. So this is a ribbed rolling pin I picked up at one of the cake shows. Easy to find, just wide ribs on this one, and it works perfect for what we're doing when we're covering an entire cake. I want bigger ribs. Okay. Let's see, the clay gun, ruler. I actually have a garlic press with me today. I'm going to use it I'm possibly going to use it for some of the flowers. I don't know if we're going to use it or not. I just like the hole size on this. It's better than the clay gun size. Okay, I've got my rolling pin. I got a couple number 2 tips because we are going to be doing some piping for the thread work that's on the smocking. There are a million different patterns. You can look them up online and look at all the different threads that they do. But I'm just going to be doing a simple pink and white on my yellow cake, hopefully. Number 2 tip is what I'm going to use: spatula. And I also have my fabric marking pen. If you don't have one of these, I'm going to be doing pansies. If you don't have one, you can easily just take your gel color or your paste color, a little bit of vodka, and you can paint. Okay, I just find this faster and easier. Other than that, I think we're done. I have a little bit of leaf green too as well. I think that's it, so we're ready to get started.